Hola, mi gente. Welcome to another episode of On the Block with Jen. I'm YouTube's and your favorite devil's advocate, Jen. You can reach me on all social media platforms, On the Block with Jen, everywhere, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, okay? On the Block with Jen at Gmail. I am so easy to find. Ladies and gentlemen, I am on the Block with Jen, not Jen on the Block. Come on, people. I know you don't know the difference between there, and you're, and you are, you know what I mean? But it's on the block with Jen. It's not Jen on the block. It's not Jen on the block. It is literally right there in black and silver glitter on the block with Jen. I am on the block with Jen on all social media platforms. I just want you guys to be able to find me and tag me. On the block with Jen. It's not Jen on the block. On is the first word, okay? Thank you. I appreciate you all. You guys know if you want to support the show, let's take care of some bills. On the Block with Jen Cash App. Scrolling on the bottom. See how everything is on the Block with Jen? Everything is on the Block with Jen. Very easy to find. Very easy to follow, okay? On the Block with Jen. Cash App specifically, if you need discretion when you drop off a gift for me, right? A lot of people don't like other people seeing where their money is going, right? You don't want anybody in your business. So you can support the show on the Block with Jen Cash App. It is scrolling on the bottom. Or if you don't give two fucks what people see you do with your money, by all means, super chat me right there, okay? I'm here for you. I'm trying to make your life easier, okay? And more convenient. So welcome, 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 guys. Tonight I have a very strange but interesting question, okay, about masculinity. It's a strange but interesting question. You know me. I have a very, very, very good collection of friends and intellectuals. Yeah, off of YouTube, I have a very, very nice collection of men and women that I discuss things with. And as I'm discussing things with them, I'm like, that's a fucking topic. That's a topic. Especially when it's something I see a lot of. I'm like, okay, there's something there, right? So, like the vultures that we are on social media, let's pick some meat off them bones. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't be shy. Hold me down, chat. Say what you got to say. Say it with your chest. If you want to come up on the panel and say it even louder, you guys know already. We do not argue with avatars up here. You got to say it with your chest on a block. And we like faces. Faces make for more interesting conversations. Okay? But you're free to come up, or you could talk your shit in the chat. If you want your shit talking highlighted, throw it in the super chat. We'll throw it up on the panel and see what we do with it. Okay? But it's good to see you guys here. So I have an interesting, but I don't know, some may say a bizarre question, but I think that it's a question that begs to be asked because of some things that I've witnessed. And you guys know I'm a people sponge. I observe things a little differently than most people do, right? That's why you like it here. So without another further, let me bring up one of the block faves, Lily from YB Limited. Always lovely and ready to give us a word.
Hey!
Hi, Lily. I love when you come up with color and I don't have a color because someone has to have color.
Right. This is actually a dress. The dress is so cute. Yeah.
Oh.
It's like it brings out the inner child in me. So
I love it. I was about to say, give me the Kendra cam.
Right.
Give us the Kendra cam. Okay, good to see you. How are you feeling? Do you have your water?
I got everything. I'm actually feeling like shit, but we're professionals.
We are. That is what we do. That is what we do, right? No one would ever know unless we tell them. But it's good we tell them to let people. It inspires people to keep pushing, even when you're not feeling your best. I know I've been up here cammed up, you know what I mean, on my worst days, but I enjoy the show. I love bringing the show to people. I love the conversations that we have. It's necessary. And it's not all, you know, Lily, I talk a lot about the haters and the people who bullshit and the incels and all of that, but we do get a lot of love and a lot of great feedback, a lot of love and a lot of great feedback. So, you know, and that's why I'm here, right? Do we have to shout out the incels and the haters every now and then? Yeah, but they're also cogs in the wheel. Okay?
Right. We need them.
They are cogs in the wheel, so we're not mad at them. That's why I stress, don't make yourself a nuisance because I don't want to block you. I don't like blocking people.
I don't either. I really
don't like blocking people. I really don't. I don't.
I always say you'll end up blocking me first before I block you.
Right. Well, not me. I'm
block
mommy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, oh god. And they always end up blocking me first. It's so funny. I'm like, oh, you want to do this? You want to go there with me? Okay, let's do it. Especially on topics like what we're doing tonight.
Hello.
I'm back and forth with somebody in the comment section about this particular topic. They always block me because guess what? They're never ever going to say anything original. Everything that I can pretty much write the script.
Okay, so that's what I mean by when I say don't become a nuisance, right? A lot of the trolls, like I feel like opening up a troll school because they do say the same thing over and over and over again. I'm like, do you not know that 100 people before you told me, you 50 years old? I'm 49. I'll be 50 at the end of the year, but it's not something that bothers me because of the way I look and my options, right? But they keep saying, or they'll say, they're like, yeah, you single. I am single by fucking choice. I can literally dial a person right now and end up with a boyfriend in 24 hours by just saying, you know what? I'm taking you up on that offer. But they think, no one studies the art of war, right? No one studies the enemy. And what they do is they try to cut you down with what would cut them down or what they're lacking. And it's an interesting psychology, right? It's like someone who, let's say they're obese, right? They know they're obese and they feel bad about being obese. So what they do is try to attack someone else who's obese. And it's like, but you're obese, or attack someone who's skinny. I'm sorry. It's like, but you're obese. So you can't call that person fat if they're not fat. So similarly, if you're miserable and you're single and you're an incel and you have no options and you can't get no ass, like you throwing that at me, right? It's like throwing it at a wall and it's sliding down because I have options. I am beautiful. I am intelligent. I look fucking hot for almost 50. So, but no one studies the art of war. They just seeing what everyone else is parroting and they're like, I'll just tell her this because this is going to bother her. Like I would never, art of war, bitch, I would never, ever reveal something that would bother me.
Never.
No one would ever know.
Never.
No one would ever know.
Never. That's one thing I have learned. I don't discuss anything that I'm not already at peace with. Once, like if I put it out, trust me, I don't give up. Or y'all can chop it, screw it, remix it, and send it back. Like I don't care. But I'm just like you. I don't put anything out that still can affect me. Because we all have those things. I don't care
Absolutely.
how, you know what I'm saying? I don't care how much work you've done. I don't care how confident you may have become over time and all that stuff. We still have work to do as long as we're living and breathing in this ghetto.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful thing. It's the human experience, right? But I'm like, I'm posting my big balloon numbers when I'm 47. I posted my cake when I was 48 with the candles on it that said 48. Like why would I put that out there if it's something that bothers me? Again, the art of war, common sense. Why would I it's not like I'm hiding. And it's also not like I'm a 22 or 23-year-old little girl that you're going to tell me something about my looks and I'm going to be like,
right.
You know what I mean? That's for people who don't, and shout out to my youngins, but they're not developed enough or mature enough yet or confident enough. They haven't been through enough yet. The majority, not all, but the majority. Right. Who were we at 22, 23?
Oh my God,
right?
You could have ripped me apart at 22.
Absolutely. So, I don't know. I'm opening up a troll school. They say the same thing over and over and over. And it's just redundant and tiresome. And I hate redundancy. So it's not that what you're saying is bothering me, is that it becomes a nuisance, like a child constantly asking questions like, why is the sky blue? Why is it? I'm like, shut the fuck up. Like, say something else. Say something, anything else. Be original.
Be original. Right? Like, if you're original, I'm going to give you credit for it. Like, I'd be like, oh, you know what? That was good.
Right.
That was good. You know?
No, and it's funny thing is when the trolls are original, they make me laugh. They are funny. And I will give a troll credit if it's fucking funny and something I haven't heard before. But it's like it's the same. You single, you fit. And I'm like, and you will never have a woman that looks like me under you. So I can be 70, 80.
I was just about to say, like, hopefully, like I'm 42, you're 49.
Yes.
Hopefully they're 42 and 49 can look this beautiful. And I'm not talking about just outside, just our life, our peace, our happiness, our freedom, the people we have around us. Like, bitch, we goals. Not not for you, but like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, we goals. Like, what's the say? Like, so I don't care about any of that stuff. But I like what you said about studying the opponent. I'm huge on that. And that's what I noticed that people don't do. They don't study the opponent. Hence why the conversation last night always goes the way it goes, because certain sects of people don't study their opposition. So they just keep regurgitating over and over and over and over. It's the same
thing over and over. And unfortunately, for most people that get in verbal fisticuffs with me, if I'm not tired, I will slice and dice you. I will fillet you because my skill is, we have toxic traits. My toxic trait skill is I can peg you really, really, pause. I can peg you for who you are very quickly. I can case you very, very quickly with a couple pictures and a couple of seeing what your body language is like, seeing what you promote on that very, very quickly.
It don't take me long at all.
Mm-mm. Right. And that's the thing that it's like, and all you have, because you don't study me and because you don't know me personally and because I would never volunteer information, learn that from my daddy, right? You never volunteer information, but they have no choice to come at me with the things that they hear that they think bother me. But I'm the one that revealed my age online. No one would ever know. I did that.
Yes, voluntarily.
Okay, I'm the one that said I adore my grandchildren. They are the light of my life. I did that. I said that.
Mm-hmm.
No one doxed me and found out my age. I've been saying my age forever because I'm very proud of it. And I also want to share with people that growing to old age is the goal. That is the goal of birth. Like that is the goal. There's so many people, that I saw buried at 16, 17, 18 years old. There's so many people that we lose annually that really, you know what I mean? It chips your heart because you're like, oh my God, this person was only 35. Oh my God, this person was only 50. They didn't get to X, Y, and Z. So growing older is the goal, but growing older, healthy, of course. So it's interesting how something is weaponized that no one's going to get out of because all those guys that are telling you 50, first of all, you don't look as good as me right now at half my age. That's one thing.
That's the problem.
Right? So when you're 50.
And hold on, and they probably, and their girl don't look half as good as you at their age.
Hello.
That's the thing. Because you know what? I'm going to tell you. You ever notice there's always the busted ones?
Mm-hmm.
It's never the 8, 9, 10s.
Never. And I try, Lily, I'm not evil. People think I'm evil, but I try to be nice and not drag the women that they're with into anything. I really do. I really try not to. But
you're nicer than me.
Right. But if you're attacking me, I'm going to go after you and try to take your head off. And 9 times out of 10, 99.9 times out of 10, you don't have a woman in your house that looks anywhere as close to good as me. Because if you did, you wouldn't be mad at me.
No.
You would be like, shit, my girl's bad. So I don't care if I see another girl that's bad. Who gives a fuck, right? But because you're either single or your girl doesn't look half as good as me, you are angry. And that's why I laugh at people when they say, yeah, but I'm in a relationship or I got a woman. You're still mad though. Just because you're in a relationship doesn't mean you're not mad or lonely or bitter.
Can we stop making that us? But can we normalize not making being in a relationship the flex? What's up, No Saint?
No.
Like, I'm not anti-relationship, but it's not the flex either.
Right? No, it's not.
And most of the time, these people don't like each other. Most of the time, these people are cheating on each other. Most of the time, it's toxic as hell. Right. But they will hold on to their, I've been in a relationship, I got a man, because you remember that song, A Piece of Man is Better Than No Man at All? She'll be smacked for that. I mean, rest in peace. Was that Betty Wright? We like her. But girl.
A piece of man.
A piece of man is better than no man at all?
I will say this, like someone tolerating you is not a relationship.
It's not.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. It's not.
Oh my God. There goes Black Republican. How you doing, Black Republican? You all right?
Did you say a pizza man, like a delivery?
A piece of. I know. Oh shit, Simeon answered the question. The question for tonight's topic is, which feminizes men more, the LGBTQIA or the rise of dating coaches? Simeon said dating coaches. And this is why I wanted to have this conversation, because it's a question that can be answered. Now, you may be on one side or the other. So let's get into this. How you doing, No Saint? What we sipping on?
Just a cheaper bottle of Pinot Noir, which is not as good. It's not bad. It's just not as good.
Yeah.
And tonight, look, let's do this. Let's dream, inspire, and lead.
I love those words.
Dream, inspire, and lead.
That is a whole manifestation mantra right on your cup.
Hello. All
You're
right.
the
Good. Yes, I'm the boss. Tonight, I'm the boss. Shout out to Haran DeMarco. He is taking care of some business, so he's not going to be with us tonight, but he will be back soon. All right, guys. So let's get into this. I should have put agenda in there because I feel like there's a big stress on, there's this boogeyman under the bed, the LGBTQIA boogeyman under the bed. And when you turn the lights off, the monster comes out and starts snipping dickheads all over the world, right? To make
Turning
men
everyone
gay.
gay.
he comes and he just snips dickheads and then like cling, it makes everyone gay.
Yeah.
Right. It's contagious, So what's interesting is what I've always found fascinating about people blaming the LGBTQIA agenda for the feminization of, and I know I'm going to fuck up that word all night tonight, so bear with me, but the effeminization of young boys, or even now they've included girls are being exposed to things too early. And I'm with Lily. Lily, I remember many, many moons ago, you said you don't, it's not about them being exposed to homosexuality. It's about them being exposed to sexuality, period, at a young age where they can't process it, right? So I'm 100% in agreement with that. But what fascinates me about this whole thing is that people act like homosexuality wasn't a thing since Adam and Eve.
Right.
Since the beginning of time. Now, whether or not people villainized, demonized, whatever, for their own agendas, or because, and here's the thing, we don't even know the reason behind, right? Gay people were villainized or demonized. We don't know. Because we weren't there when the obelisks were written and things were written in stone, and the bloggers, the religious bloggers, got together and put that Bible together, right? We don't know what their agenda was. We don't know why they were doing that. We don't know if it was, maybe it could have been a scorned gay lover that was empowered to write those books. We don't know. There's so many possibilities, and that's why I'm not religious, because we don't know why someone wrote a thing. I am of the belief system that artists, you will always find us in our art. I don't care if you're a singer, model, dancer, actor, writer. There is not one script that I've written that doesn't have something in it that I've done or said or fantasized about doing. You can find me in my art. I'm not going to tell you where it is, right? But it's just like singers. They sing about what they want to do, what they've done, or what they're fantasizing about. When you watch the movies Jeepers Creepers, he's a pedophile. And when you watch his films, you can see how he uses young boys, always shirtless, oiled up, laying about, right? And then you're like, oh, okay, every artist, every writer puts themselves into their writing. So when you look at the Bible, we don't know who these men are. No one ever talks about who were these men personally. We don't know them personally. We just know what they say about Mark and Luke and John. We just know what the Bible says about them, right? But do we know them personally? Do we know if they were gay? Right. Do we know if they were straight? Do we know if they hated women? Do we know if they loved women? Do we know if they loved children? Do we know if they were Capricorns or Libras? We don't know. So I look at the Bible as literature, but it's never been gospel to me, because I don't know these men and I don't know what their agenda was. So who knows why homosexuality became an abomination?
Because it wasn't always one.
Right. Like,
always one.
No, Saint, I know you want to jump in.
Yeah, well, that's a great point. It's the Abrahamic faiths that have made it taboo and made it where people think that they have a moral right over who somebody wants to be with. Before the influence, and if you want to call colonization of the Far East, like Japan, Korea, it wasn't a big deal. In Greece and in Rome, it wasn't a big deal.
Definitely not in Greece and Rome.
Yeah. Before Christianity, right?
Right.
Some Black Power people would like for you to believe it never existed in Africa, but it does.
It does. And I'm gonna go into that when I talk. I'm gonna go into a lot of that.
But and as a matter of fact, I would say that it probably was invented in Africa, since I believe most the human race came out of Africa. I know Jen and I differ a little bit on that, on people, but
no, I just said we didn't make y'all. That's all I said. I ain't claiming your stringy hair, pointed noses, and thin lips. I'm not claiming it, no saint.
Like nah.
So so we have, as we pointed out yesterday, you have the majority of the world are Christians and then Muslims. And those are both two religions that are out of the Abrahamic faith. So,
but if you go down the rabbit hole of Muslim and homosexuality, baby, it's interwoven all throughout their history as far back as you can go to the conception of their history.
Whoops.
Yeah. And furthermore, any and every indigenous culture in this world has always revered homosexuals, but they did not call them homosexuals. They were referred to as two-spirited. Okay, and I'll explain what that is, because when I heard that term, I was like, oh my God, like I get it, because especially with someone like myself, basically the reason why they were revered for being
get your phone, no saint.
Okay.
So still make it. I had it further out, so I didn't think you could hear it. Okay.
Oh no, when you have it picks up. You can hear something down the street quicker than you can hear you. Yeah. When you're on stuff like this, background noise picks up everything. So every indigenous culture revered two-spirited people, and the reason why is because two-spirited people tend to be able to tap into the masculine and feminine, right? And some are like straight down the middle androgyne. And so spiritually, they were the people that people went to for advice, because like that's why I'm that friend that everybody, the men and the women, the gays and the straights, because I can tap into the different energy whenever I need to. Even though the feminine is stronger and more, more prevalent, I can still tap into the masculine. I have more blind spots in the masculine than I do in the feminine. So that's really the reason why. And then just like everything else, it gets demonized based off of control and some of, it's a bunch of stuff once you really break it down. But when we really go into like the LGBTQ topic, I'm going to try to get my client on here. They know this stuff back and forth. And that's one person that nobody wants to get into a debate with about this topic. Because
yummy.
Yeah.
Yummy. So, I know people are going to be like, no, it's the LGBTQ. No, it's the dating coaches. But I'll just make an observation.
But I'm going to add something else into the conversation that they're not going to want to hear too.
Please do. So I'm asking the question yet again, which effeminizes men more, the LGBTQIA agenda, right? And I use air quotes because people believe that there's an agenda, or the rise of dating coaches. I was having a conversation with Don Levon earlier, and I was like, is it just me, or do a lot of the points, and some people have expressed those points on this panel, and they have every right, but the points that have been expressed, in my opinion, are very feminine in nature by dating coaches. Here's what I mean. Jen, what the fuck you mean? They're always telling men to be men. No. And here's why. Here's my explanation. Dating coaches are constantly, in my opinion, trying to groom men into being softer, not harder. Okay? And we see it manifest when adult males are saying, no, they're teaching us how to be men. Okay? I never thought I would hear the day where adult males, not children, not teenagers, but adult males are praising other adult males. Sometimes those males are younger than them. Andrew Tate is younger than a lot of the men who look up to him. right? It's the culture of big broing someone who's actually younger than you.
Weird.
Right? So they're constantly telling these men, like, know your worth. Don't take a risk on dates. Do coffee first. Right? Try to get a woman to submit to you. Get her to submit. Right? Can she pair bond with you?
Oh.
Can she pair bond?
We're back to pair bonding.
Get a woman to pair bond with you. It's this constant coaching and coddling of the male species, like constant. And it's very reminiscent of when I'm in a group of women.
Yes. Oh,
right?
It totally reminded me of that.
And men and women used to socialize differently. Prior to social media. Men and women socialize differently prior to social media. I've been to the barbershop, okay, with my family members. My dad used to take me with him. The conversation in the barbershop, as we all know, was a stark difference from the hair salon. Right? The ladies were talking about something else. And then the guys were talking about something else at the barbershop. Now, fast forward social media, and everyone with an asshole is a dating coach. I've never seen so many dating coaches. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? Right. Who would have thunk it that we would get to a time in life where all these men are gossip queens now? Mm-hmm. Okay. And all of them are giving each other advice. So don't take a risk. Be careful, young man. Do coffee first. Make sure she can pair bond. Keep your legs closed until then, right? What's up, Glenn Lawrence in the building? So, in my opinion, the LGBTQ agenda doesn't exist because gay people have been here since the beginning of time, and it's a natural state. Right? Whereas date coaching, in my opinion, comes from a lack of or failure. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Where homosexuality is natural.
It is what it is.
Right? But the coaching and the dating and grooming someone to be careful with women and be and you know what I mean, and the couple and the MGTOWs and somebody help me in the chat. Is it SYBSM or SBMYs? I always fucking forget the acronym. SYBS or whatever the SYB. Yeah, help me out in the chat. I know you know what I'm talking about. Throw it in the chat and tell me what the acronym stands for. But things like MGTOW, things like the manosphere, they're constantly like, come in, sit down. Like, what did she do to you? Let's talk about it. That's what it's becoming. So it's funny that men that used to complain that their toxic masculinity was taken away from them and now they can't be men. Well, that's what these dating coaches are doing to you. Mm-hmm. And they infantilize men even. You take away their Andrew Tate, they don't know what to do. You take away their Kevin Samuels, they run amok. Like, what are you going to do? And these men are not their fathers.
Yeah.
These are just guys, like you said, Lily, yesterday, who have a webcam and hit live like I just did.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. And they're like holding on to their every word of this person you don't know. Instead of just turning it on, being entertained like I would be. But okay, that's cute. Okay, great point. And going about your life. These people make a religion out of it. It's scary. And I've met some in person that have said out their own mouth, men, out their own mouth, that what you just said, they encourage me to be a better person, and they help me to get off my ass and this and that. And I'm just like, okay, sir.
And if any woman, again, speaking of genders, if any woman said that, right, she would be accused of having daddy issues and mommy issues. That I really need to know, what issues do men have that have them worshiping these men and being sunned, because they're basically being sunned by these men. And some of these men, what's really insane is that some of these dating coaches are younger than the people that they're dating, if that's not the most fabulous hustle on the planet. These motherfuckers be in their 20s and early 30s coaching 45s and 50-year-olds.
And I'm not mad at them.
Well, I don't believe like the Andrew Tates and all these guys are doing anything but making money. But listen, there are people that are younger that have men, and I'm not saying in date, I'm just saying in general that can be smarter or figure things out more than an older person. You know what I mean? So I don't think the age is such a big deal if they're believing that the coaching is legitimate, which I don't. In other words, I don't think the age should be a factor because there are, in every career field, there are people that will excel past someone who's older. You know what I mean? They're just quicker, smarter, whatever. So, and then there are people that are older that may be lost, you know?
Except what, and I agree with you, right? I agree with you. You know, I hang out with young girls that have different experiences than me, but there's no reason why a 27-year-old should be telling a 45-year-old how to have a conversation with a woman. There's something wrong there.
I get what you're saying, but you know what? Maybe I was just thinking, maybe that 45-year-old just got, you know, out of a divorce and is trying to figure out what did I do wrong. And here's this young guy. Telling him, he's like, well, maybe this guy's got a point. You know?
Okay, but no, I agree with you. I will concede, but you have to understand that same man cannot go barking on a YouTube channel talking about a woman that should submit to him.
Right. No, you're right.
If he needs a 25-year-old to coach him on how to go out in the world, then he should close his chicken wing hole when it comes to women. And submission. Thank you so much, Gwendolyn. That's what it is. SYSBM. I always freaking forget. I asked Tristan earlier. I was like, Tristan, it's the SB, the SY. I didn't know what it standed for, but apparently it's another version of MGTOW. It says, save yourself, black man. Every day, another acronym.
Right.
It's like the damn military with all them acronyms.
I mean, it's like, yeah, exactly. Let me look through the comments real quick.
That is funny. Save yourself, black man. Okay.
Simeon Hibbert says King James, who commissioned the Bible, was gay. These are factos.
Yeah, and I mean, we see that's nothing new. Like many of the strongest politicians against gay people or make gay laws are gay themselves. You'll catch them in the bathroom, tapping their foot or something like that.
From my experience, people who make the most fuss about it are participating, or either have participated or want to participate.
They're wearing a beard. They have a beard normally. And like Charlie Crist in Florida. Now he was a Republican for a while. Now he's a Democrat. I guess he switched back and forth. But he was like, and you know, he never admitted he was gay, but I mean that's the word on the street.
What about that politician? I forgot. I think he was a Republican and he was like anti-gay this, anti-gay that, and then they found him in a hotel with a younger not a boy, but a younger man, like a teenager. And the cops, it's on YouTube somewhere. And the cops knocked on his door, and they was like, "What is he doing in there?" And he was anti-gay.
I've got so many stories. Like when it comes to that one topic, I have so many stories. I can do a whole channel with just stories from those types of men, but. And I don't know if I told you that's a big part of my history. And it had a lot to do with my self-esteem at the time and things like that. But from the age of like 15 to like 30, which is 15 years, all I dated was DL guys. And I used to get in their head, and I'm talking about some of them are some of y'all faves, entertainers, you know, the pastors and the politicians, but what's so funny is not all of them, but the thing that they have in common, and some of them they didn't do this while they with me, but they would share like how once upon a time they were the guy who was beating up the gay guy or the trans girl in the neighborhood to you know, to keep the heat off of them. So because men fall for that all the time, like, oh, I know Steve don't fuck around. Oh no, Steve don't fuck around. No, Steve fuck around. You know, like they were like, oh my God. When I see them do that, I'm like, oh my God. Steve was just at my house last night, sir. But I'm going to keep it to myself. I've never once in my life exposed anybody because it's not my story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's dangerous. So, but I've never exposed anybody. But because that's been my life for such a long time, I see right through it. When I tell you I see right through, I can see it a mile away. And one of the biggest giveaways in life, this is why I'm about to put you all up on game, is when they leave the nasty comments. That says a lot. That says a lot that you just couldn't keep scrolling.
Yeah.
That says a lot. And the vitriol behind it. And you also have to remember, I suffered from self-hate as well. So I had a lot of internalized hate as well. So I recognize all of that when I see it. And that's why they end up blocking me, because I don't curse them out. Oh no, I do what you do, Jen. I just read them from head to toe, from birth to death, the dash in between, the past life, the next life, the grandmama and unborn fetus. Okay. Like I read them down. I know who you are, sir. So, and then
so I told this chick today, I was like, she was trying to come at me, right, on Instagram. She has 5 kids. And here's the thing. Right. Kids are a blessing. So here's the thing. I just I know what bothers these particular people because it's the shit that they say to other people. I don't care either way. I don't care if you're married or not. I don't care if you have 5, 6, 7 baby fathers. That shit doesn't bother me. It's your human experience. You want 5, 6, 7 mouths to feed? Good luck with that, right? But I know, right? Because I study, right? I study the opponent. And I said, watch this. I was like, bitch, you got 5 kids, different baby daddies, and no ring. Life has roasted you far worse than I can.
Ooh, yeah, I do feel like that all the time. I always tell them there's nothing I can say that's going to roast you. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's going to ruin your life more than it already is. Your life is shit.
Right. So I'm like, go start opening them fucking Lunchables. Don't worry about me.
Right.
See, and I say that because I know that shit that bothers them, because most of humanity is hell bent on, I gotta be married. I gotta have 1 kid from 1 baby father. Like that shit that bothers them. I don't give a fuck. You can't bother me with that. You can't bother you ain't married. Like that, because I don't fucking want to be, right? Like it's not hard to couple with somebody that you're going to tolerate and they're going to tolerate you. Motherfuckers are doing it as we speak. Motherfuckers are right now in marriages, in relationships, in long-term relationships and common law relationships, tolerating a motherfucker. So again, like you said, Lily, how is that a flex?
It's not.
How is that a flex? Anybody could couple with anybody and tolerate them and just fuck that person for the rest of their life and be mad because they only got that one piece of ass the rest of their life and they got to beat off and watch porn and see what the secretary doing, on the weekend. Like, it's like anybody, but I know it bothers people. So that's why I said that to her. I was like, bitch, life has roasted you already.
Right.
Got 5 kids, no ring and no baby, and it's like, I do it to poke at them because I don't care. If you want to have 5 kids with 5 different fathers, that's on you. That's just sound like a you problem.
But I know it bothers you.
Right, exactly. I'm like, it ain't hurt me.
Right.
I ain't got 5 kids.
I got time today now. Let me go ahead. Yeah.
Right. So I'm like, so she usually, you empanadas, you speak. I was like, but that doesn't change your situation, does it?
Not at
all. Glenn Lawrence in the chat talking about lack of fathers giving quality time to their sons and the rise of single mothers, broken homes where boys don't have a consistent and positive example to model after. Well, I wouldn't say the rise of single mothers. I would say the rise of father abandoned homes.
That's another way you can put it.
Yeah, because the rise of single mothers is because fathers are abandoning their kids or they're not fighting for their kids or whatever.
So, when it comes to those,
I don't know who those. Let me address this real quick, Lily. Black Republican. You're like, would you say the same about Alan, Roger, Curry? I don't. You have to. I don't know who these motherfuckers are. I keep telling y'all that your world is this big on YouTube. There's a whole life out here, and you think because you beat off in those guys' chat rooms that everybody knows who they are. I don't know who those people are. You said they're late. Somebody died? Who died?
Let's like get outside sometimes, put your feet in the grass, do some grounding.
I heard of that fucking Batman villain, angry man, that dirty fat fuck with the beard. I've heard of him. I don't know who Lucario is. I don't know who AMS is. I don't know who Alan Roger Curry is, although you saying late, so apparently the Allen dude is dead. I don't know who these people are, so you can't say, would you say the same about blah, blah, blah. If they fall under what I'm saying about dating coaches, then yes, I would say the same exact thing about them.
If it fits, then you can't quit.
Yes. Glenn Lawrence says, too many guys are looking for someone to tell them what to do instead of figuring out what works for them.
Yes. And that's a really good one. So I mentor people. I've been mentoring people for years, right? And one of the biggest things I always tell them when I first start mentoring them is that I'm not here to create a mini-me. Mm-hmm. And, you know, the everything you're going to need is here. Everything you're going to need is here. So I never give them answers. Mm-hmm. They have to seek the answers themselves. Mm-hmm. I'll help guide them to seek the answers because it's here. This is your human experience and it's operated different from mine. Right. Mm-hmm. And so that, and it also doesn't create codependency and things like that, because these people are like codependent with these people that they don't know. Right. And that's how my mentors did me. Mm-hmm. They never gave me answers. I used to be so frustrated because they were like, no, you already have the answers. Don't be lazy. Mm-hmm. But in the society that we're in, it starts from school with the whole right answer thing, you know, like we're never really taught to think. Mm-hmm, we're taught to retain and regurgitate, right? And so they grow up and they get to that place, like Glenn said, they're looking for someone to give them information so they can regurgitate it, whether they even believe in it or not, whether they practice it or not.
Bankrupt Factory is asking a question. He said, if I can decipher what this is exactly. He said, or she, sorry, he or she, I don't know. Is pair bonding a natural inclination or non-monogamy? Doesn't LGBT focus on the sexual dynamic of relationships more, since there's a less necessity to raise children or form a family? What's natural?
You know, the other part is too, when I hear people talking about the LGBT agenda, it's nothing but deflection. It's bullshit, because that cannot be your issue. What you're saying is your issue is not your issue. When you're saying that you're concerned about the children, these are the things I hear all the time about the children, and we shouldn't have it shoved down our throat. And my response to that is like, yeah, you're right, because all of that heterosexual content that was shoved down these kids' throats in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s, yeah, it didn't turn them. It was a lot of gay kids, right? So it's a lot of different things. So people, they come up with these things to say that this is what they're concerned about. It's a lie. How do I know? Because if that was your real concern, there's a long list of other things before you even get to the LGBTQIA community. One of those things is, people ain't gonna want to hear this, exercise and diet. And why I say that, there's been so many studies talking about, you know, the food that we're eating and how much estrogen is in it. So it's not the queer community trying to, you know, like it's y'all not watching your diet, not exercising. And so your testosterone is not, you know, so a lot of that plays a factor as well.
Black Republican, when he acts normal, I'll put his comments on the screen.
Yeah, right. He goes in and out.
Yeah. He says, so Jen is not the mother's fault for picking dudes and Tyrones rather than pick the firefighter, police officer, military mechanics. No, again, what you're trying to do is victim blame, right? No, it's the man's fault for impregnating a woman who he didn't want to raise a child with. See, in all societies, men lead. I don't know why in the Black community, the idea of men leading is foreign. It's a foreign concept. It's like, what? Mm-hmm. We're supposed to control our dicks? What? We're supposed to lead a family? What? We're supposed to fix our community and not blame the white man? What? We're leaders? Like, I know it's a foreign concept for many in the Black community, but men are supposed to lead their community. Asians do it, Latins do it, white people do it, Muslims do it, Middle Eastern men, Indian men, all over the world. All over the world, men are leading their communities all over the world. For some strange reason, when it comes to this single baby mama culture, men blame the women for where they put their dicks. That's bizarre. That's bizarre to me. It's the only culture that collectively blames women for where they put their dicks. If you didn't want to raise a child or pay child support, great. Lots of men do not have children because they don't want to deal with that. I know a couple.
Yeah.
So if you don't want to have a child, you don't want to pay child support, what you do is you don't put your dick in her. I know it sounds complicated. I know it's hard to do. Shit's like climbing a mountain, not to put your dick somewhere where you don't want a baby to come out of. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. It's like, oh, I just got to put my dick in there. I don't want a kid with this woman. I don't want to marry this woman, but oh, my dick got to go in there. So the men are supposed to lead. Now, if you're telling me you can't lead and you certainly have no dick control, then say that.
Yeah.
Like, let's call a thing. Say that. Say, Jen, we can't control our dicks. We're constantly impregnating women that we don't want to have children with and we don't want to support. Then say that, and I will have more respect for you.
Like that guy that went viral last week?
Yes.
Yeah.
We have to, oh my God, we so have to use that video. Yes.
That was a heavy video, but guess what? He was being honest. Mm-hmm. Now there was some holes there, meaning, sir, there's some, you need to take some ownership, because you still suck your dick in this woman unprotected. And, if it's what you say it is, as far as you not wanting to have children, you telling them that you don't want children, that you don't want to take care of children. If they decide to have the child, then that's your child. It's not my responsibility. This is what that man said.
Right.
Okay. I can respect all of that. Mm-hmm. But why don't you get a vasectomy, sir? Mm-hmm. Isn't a vasectomy reversible for a man?
Yeah, it is. But but again, he is, loudly and proudly telling you, I am not a leader. I'm just going to stick this dick wherever it fits. I am not a leader. I am not a father. I am not going to pay child support. This dick is going to go in any warm thing that's moving. So I'm letting you know, if this dick goes in somewhere and it impregnates you or someone else, I don't want anything to do with it. So he's basically telling you loud and proud, I am not a leader. Right? So say that. Say that, but stop saying that women are picking incorrectly. Say that y'all are not leaders, because that is what it is. Because leaders are going to be like, I'm not fucking that, and I don't want to make a mother. Not doing it. I don't want to pay child support. I don't want to be tied to this woman. I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Coming in trying to make your wife your mother.
Because
there's a lot of that
fucking show.
Yeah, that's a whole other. Like there's a lot of that, and then you wonder why she's not being submissive, and probably don't even respect your ass after a while.
Submissive how, when she's raising them? How are you gonna be a submissive to a man that you're fucking raising and coddling and taking care of? How are you gonna submit to that? No, you're one of the children, sir.
Yeah. Oh, I've been there, and when I tell you that is the least sexy, the easiest turn off, the best way to dry somebody up is to have somebody that you feel like you have a parent-child dynamic with.
Right. I want to pull up this point too, because it is a good point. Black Republican said, Kevin Samuels came to me at a time when I gave up on life. He gave me inspiration and hope. He has inspired young men to wear suits and uplift themselves physically and spiritually. So here's the thing, right? That's great that men can find somebody that inspires them. But I think social media and YouTube in general is lazy self-help. It's lazy self-help because I could run off 10 men that have been doing that before Kevin Samuels got a nose job. Okay.
Yeah, that's true.
I can run off 10 men who have been thinking and growing rich. You know what I'm saying? Thinking y'all and growing y'all rich for decades, who wear suits, who are moguls in various businesses, who uplift men, who inspire men. YouTube is lazy self-help seeking. The appeal of Kevin Samuels wasn't just he inspired you and made you wear a suit. Are you in a suit today, sir? Were you in a suit yesterday, sir? Are you going to be in a suit tomorrow, sir? The appeal of Kevin Samuels is that he had that meal of I'm bashing black women, but I'm going to give it on the side dish was I wear a suit.
Oh,
and that motherfucker didn't even always wear a suit. He wore a suit for photo shoots. He was usually in a turtleneck and a jacket and a button down on his show. He didn't even wear a suit.
Right.
So I'm like,
I'm loving.
What is it that made you gravitate towards this particular person? When men before him have been doing that and have the results to their success. Kevin Samuels, you guys made him successful. Kevin Samuels did not come in as a mogul or a successful man or as a millionaire. You guys pushed him over the edge because you were beating off to everything he was saying to black women. But he didn't come in as a successful person with a portfolio. No, sir. You guys put him in that condo in Atlanta. You all did.
You don't have to have no credentials on YouTube. They don't ask for your credentials. They don't care.
That's why he thrived here.
There's a really good comment by Bankruptcy Factory, and I love this.
The Puerto Ricans are playing baseball, BEISBOL, and they are winning. Thank you, Chiali, for the super chat and that update.
You see the comment?
Where?
It's one of the last ones by Bankruptcy Factory.
No, Glenn, women are not to blame. Men who don't want to have children are to blame for impregnating them. Men lead. In society, men lead. So no, women are not to blame. Men lead. Stop blaming women like 5-year-olds. 5-year-olds blame their mommy.
Right.
Mommy, you took my cookie.
I'm like, at a certain age, you have no business but yelling at your mommy and daddy.
Stop. You blaming women, again, effeminizes you and infantilizes you. When you blame women and you are a man, an adult male, it effeminizes you and it infantilizes you. That is what little boys do. Mom, look what you did. You spilled my juice. That is what children do.
Yep.
Adult males don't blame women for their condition. Adult males do not blame women for their condition because what you're saying is she's more savvy than you, she's stronger than you, she's smarter than you, and she ran your dick up in her, okay? And made you get her pregnant. It is a pathetic point of view. Pathetic.
Very.
That means that women overpower you and you're only good for the grunt work. Then say that again. Then say that. Say your only purpose in life is to move furniture and build cars. Then say that. And to use brute force.
Yeah.
But you blaming a woman, that is what little boys do. Mommy, you took my dinosaur. Where'd you put it? Now I can't find it.
Right. That's literally how they sound.
That's how they sound. Well, isn't it her fault for picking the guy to get pregnant from?
I spilled my milk because you put the cup next to my hand.
Yeah, right.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Right back.
And these are the men that want submission. If a woman could run your dick, why would she submit to you, sir? If you have no control over who you impregnate, why would a woman submit to you? That's what I'm saying. You can't have it both ways. Don't you tell women that all the time? You can't have it both ways. You can't be educated and have a job and have ambition and be independent and be submissive and feminine. You guys are constantly preaching that. Constantly telling women that they can't have it both ways. Constantly. But when a woman is telling you, you can't be a little 5-year-old who's blaming a woman for where you put your dick and be a leader that women submit to, when we tell you you can't have both, no comprende. You don't understand. Yet you're always telling women they can't have both. So how don't you understand that you can't have both? You can't be, it was the woman's fault. She picked me. And then I need a woman to submit and be agreeable. Get the fuck out my face. Take your suitcase with you, sir. And those dirty underwear.
Right.
It's like, constantly telling women they can't have both. Then you think you can have both? No.
I've never heard anything like that growing up with my parents. My mother just automatically submitted because he was a man. He was a real man. He was a leader. He led the house. Like
Simeon said they are the women they complain about.
Right. Glenn says, so do the... Oh, no, let me go back to the other comment. The gentleman said, the world is becoming more fluid, absolutely, and I guess it absolutely disturbs the old structure. And that's pretty much what's going on. The world has changed, and people are upset. We have gender fluid people. We have modern women. We have transgenders and non-binaries and, 20-year-olds making millions of dollars with their cell phone. Like, people don't know what to do with this new world order that we're in. And yes, people are becoming more fluid because they're waking up to the fact that a lot of those things were social constructs. They're waking up to the fact that all of us have male and female chromosomes. We have male and female energy, right? We pretty much have male and female parts. So yeah, we're going to carry both, and so, and we're all different. So I've met so many people who weren't able to tap into either their masculinity or their femininity out of fear. So they go through their life never, the thought, because I went through 27 years of my life not being myself. The thought of, like, if I would have still done it up until 42 blows my mind. And there's so many people who have lived their entire life not being able to be themselves. So yes, people are waking up to the fact that they can be themselves more today than ever. Just negatives and positives.
Banquet Factory. As a non-binary person myself, LGBTQ is in direct conflict for the way society has worked in recorded human history until we find a way to birth families outside a heteronormative situation. And also the world becoming more fluid absolutely disturbs the old structure.
Yep.
Yep. And it's like it's a constant. It reminds me of the that Spider-Man meme. Have you guys seen it where they're all pointing at each other?
Mm-mm.
You didn't see the Spider-Man meme where they're all pointing at each other by the white van? You haven't seen it? Oh my God.
Well, I don't scroll. I see more now because doing the show, but even then I still don't scroll. I go to places that I want to get. Yeah.
Oh God. Yeah, it's a popular one. Hold on. I gotta pull it up now.
Yeah, I gotta see that one.
I use it for a lot of stuff. Hold on. Spider-Man. It's the most hilarious shit, and it's good for so many different situations. Okay, this is the picture. And they use it for different memes. Do you see it?
Oh my God, yes, that is it.
So that's basically social media where the men are pointing at the women and the women are pointing at the men, but everybody's using their reproductive organs with abandon. Everybody. It's just, I find it peculiar because I do see men as the stronger vessel. I do see men as leaders. I just find it peculiar that men are not taking more of a lead in society, and what they're doing is congregating in these these bro spaces and channels and talking about how bad women are, right? Which again is a feminine trait.
It is.
That is why I am asking the question. It is a feminine trait.
I don't think
because gay men have straight friends who hang out with them, right? And they remain, from what I've experienced and have seen, and I've had friends myself, those men remain masculine.
Right.
They don't start acting like their gay friend, but in these circle jerks on YouTube with these guys, they all start acting effeminate, dressing the same way. Look at him. He was like, I wear a suit now because Kevin Samuels wore a suit, even though suits have been around since what? How long have suits been around? Maybe 1910, 1900s?
Early 1900s, yeah.
Early 1900s. Suits have been around since. Okay, before that, suits have been around since then. But this guy wasn't provoked to wear a suit till when Kevin Samuels came to him. That is how he said. Kevin Samuels came to him, and then he decided he inspired me to wear suits, right? So these guys get in these circle jerks, right, and start acting and behaving this way. It's like a religion. It's like when I said, with the NOI, all the guys, the Fruit of Islam, they all started doing a part in their hair, like Farrakhan, whether their hair parted or not. If their hair was kinky, they would do it with a clipper. And they couldn't just comb it over. Same thing with Andrew Tate. They all started shaving their heads. Yep. Kevin Samuels, I wear a suit now. And that's not feminine in nature?
I would have never seen nothing like that before. And the other thing is, too, speaking of feminine in nature, a lot of people ignorantly equate femininity with homosexuality. I'm like, do you understand there's just as many masculine homosexual men that there are feminine?
Yeah.
Do you not understand? Yeah,
that's
that?
It's for... Because when I was a young straight guy, it was, and I've said before, I have a friend that I've been known. I was 18. I was producing his radio show. He was a sports guy. I didn't know he was gay at the time, but I found out later. And what was hard to wrap your head around, because you are brought up thinking that gay people are feminine, is that there's a lot of football players that are out there beating the crap out of somebody who are gay, And he would tell me, this guy, he wouldn't out him. He wouldn't out for in the public, but he would, I say, well, what players? What players? Oh, well, we know this. Yeah, I know this guy. I said, really? I was just intrigued, never, because I never would have guessed it, because we're brought up thinking that gay people are just this one way,
Right. My daughter's bestie stumped me. I thought I had a great gaydar. He stumped me because he acts like a regular guy. And my daughter had told me, like, no, ma, such and such is gay. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Stop. And so he stumped my gaydar. So everybody is not, they're not a monolith.
No.
Right.
There are a lot of men who are quote unquote masculine. Yep. Who are gay. John Lee said Kevin Samuels is telling the truth. You women can't handle it. You can. Well, here's the thing. A lot of people can't handle the truth. You're unattractive, John Lee. See how that works? I'm telling the truth. That is the truth, right? Yep. You look in the mirror, John Lee. John Lee, you specifically. You look in the mirror. You know you're unattractive. I'm telling you unattractive. But it probably burns a little bit. But that's the truth.
Right.
Do you see how the truth works? The truth is relative, and it depends on who's telling it. As far as Kevin Samuels, he was an entertainer to me. So there wasn't nothing he was saying that I couldn't handle or can't handle or can handle. He was an entertainer. You guys adopted him as your father. But he was an entertainer like everybody else on these machines. So it's funny, but again, the regurgitation, right? The truth, you women can't handle the truth, right? They regurgitate that because they parrot their leader, and their leader was Kevin Samuels. It's no different than talking to a Christian or a Muslim. They're going to tell you what Farrakhan said and the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said. and the Honorable Louis Farrakhan said, and Jesus said, and we saw it yesterday, and God said, and this guy here, and Kevin Samuels said. Again, followers.
Do you know Jesus
Continuously
started
being
out?
followers.
You know Jesus started out with 12 followers, and now he has like billions. He's popping. Just saying.
Just real quick, so the earliest date for suits are like the 1700s when they first started showing up.
Oh my gosh.
Now they got more popular in like the 1850s. It's when average people. Yeah.
I love them suits from back then.
Yeah.
So 1700s. Suits have been around since 1700s, but Kevin Samuels did it for him.
And I don't even understand, like, I don't know. I mean, I know suits look like you wear a tuxedo, but I wonder, like, are we, because we're in the Western world, we think that looks sharp. I mean, I don't know. I hate suits. I mean, I do. I really hate wearing suits. I don't do it often. Like, I'll throw on a tuxedo for a certain special occasion, and they look nice, but I wouldn't want to wear them every day.
He's not, and Kevin Samuels doesn't have a legacy, darling. Like,
oh God,
I feel bad for some of these guys. I feel bad for some of these guys. He doesn't have a legacy. He's a YouTube character.
But
that's it.
I think that a suit, because we have been brought up in society where suits kind of represent knowledge and authority and
power.
Yeah. So that's why, like, oh, he taught us to wear a suit. Well, okay.
But you know, I just thought about like their leader, their fearless leader, is slightly an effeminate man. Kevin Samuels, nothing wrong with that. But I can't help but to notice he has like a lot of feminine qualities.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
for sure. He was in touch with both. Obviously, apparently, you watch any of his videos, he's very sister girl. Kevin Samuels is very sister girl, very in touch with the feminine side. Okay. He had both. And anybody that's denying that, you can't handle the truth. Because that man, in my opinion, was too feminine for what I like. So when people are like, oh, but he was attractive, a little too feminine for me. I don't like guys in the Ricky Martin cut suits. I don't like guys in skinny jeans. I don't like guys that wear purses. I don't like guys that wear even the slightest heel on their shoe. I don't like guys that wear floral shoes. No. No.
People think that I hear there's man makeup now or whatever coming out or whatever.
They're promoting makeup to men now.
We had guys in the 80s wearing eyeliner back in
all the rockers. 80s. Yeah. All the rockers did.
I remember they were always like
they were eccentric. They weren't regular guys throwing on their eyeliner.
Yeah, but it was just like, holy crap. I could use that.
But I've been saying it a lot on this show. These new men, they want to be bad bitches.
They want to be treated like bad bitches.
Well, like a baddie, like run me my money, it's like, mommy, I'm home. Like, what's the tea? Like, what's for dinner?
Oh my goodness.
Submit, sis.
Right. You ain't gonna submit to me? That's how you doing it? All right, you're not gonna submit to me, not gonna be agreeable. All right, cool. I'm gonna wear your eyeliner.
Right.
But there are no perfect sex, male or female. There are a lot of women that doesn't have the sound together. Don't leave that out. I mean, that's the human condition. That's a human condition.
Evolution has really failed the human race because we really struggle.
Yeah, it is weird. John Lee, you are weird. Like if you regurgitating something, parroting something without getting information is fucking hella weird. But followers are weird in general. I've always thought followers were weird. That's why I'm not religious. I've always thought followers are weird. So yes, sir, you are very weird. Extremely weird. Uber weird. Super weird. You are weird to me. Followers are weird to me. Always been. Always been.
Yeah. Oh no,
strange folk.
You were saying something, no saying?
Yeah, I was just saying. It's kind of. I think about this all the time. Like, I don't know if any other species on Earth struggles with the opposite sex like humans do. It's like that's why I think like evolution has really failed us severely. You know, it's not like
we haven't evolved at all.
No, but it's just like, we devolved because
that's what I'm saying. In every way.
Wait a minute. Elaborate.
Our food, our humans, our relationships, our technology is probably and that's questionable too because we had so much technology, architecture, everything, education.
They still don't know how the pyramids were made, though.
Exactly. There's so many anomalies of this. Under every city in the world, there's whole nother cities, like fully built cities under every city in the world. Like, so
it's funny. John Lee is like, you've never seen me. What are you talking about? I know you're not attractive, John. I know you. Here's what I always do. Here you go.
Come up.
Come on up.
Here's what I always do. I'm gonna prove to you that you're not attractive. Nobody touched that link. I just dropped that link for John Lee. I'm gonna show you you're not attractive. Hit that link. Come up on the panel. And let's see that you're attractive. I already know you're not attractive, okay? Because I've seen the Kevin Samuel lights. I know the crowd. I know the MO. You guys are really, you guys are a cluster of men with the same character traits and the same aesthetics and the same physical traits.
Yep.
Okay? Ain't no fine motherfuckers up in that chat, okay? So I dropped the link. You saying I've never seen you. I'm saying ahead of time, you're not attractive, sir. Prove me wrong. Come up here. Show me you are at least over 6 feet, got a six-pack, broad shoulders, nice pectoral muscles, tight ass, nice thighs, okay? Show me you have a hairline, okay? Show me you have a nice features. Show me you have nice big hands with the veins in them. Show me that you're attractive. Shut me up.
Mm-hmm.
Shut me up. I am inviting you, John Lee, to shut me up.
I don't know, maybe.
Like, shut me up. If let me tell you something. If I was hiding in a chat and some motherfucker said cam up, I'm camming up. Drop the link. Drop the link. I don't have to see you to know who and how you are. You guys are a cluster. You're a tribe.
Right.
And you all like y'all the same tribe. No different than if you go to a religious house, all them people gonna have on the same garb. Y'all all look the same. Some of you didn't put Some of you didn't put on a suit till 2 years ago. Black Republicans like, I ain't never wear a suit before Kevin Samuels. Y'all are all the same.
Mm-hmm.
But prove me wrong. Cam up. I would shut me up. That's what I would do. I'd be like, I'm gonna shut up.
Simon said, men who read women for a living is, how you doing? You remember the real Wendy Williams from back in the day? People don't know where how you doing really came from.
And I'm not being mean. I'm just saying
observation.
It's observation. I'm not being mean. But if you're gonna sit in a chat and beat off to Kevin Samuels, I'm gonna call out what I feel Kevin Samuels followers are from what I've seen. Not from what I've heard.
Right.
But from what I've seen. From the reaction videos, the men that make the reaction videos to Kevin Samuels, the men that share Kevin Samuels videos is never a fine man. That's all I'm saying. It is never a man that's fine and looks like he doesn't have a problem getting women. It's never a man that looks like he has options with women. Never.
He's not getting what he want out of life. Yeah, they're not the men who are getting what they want out of life and out of relationships and out of women are not worshiping Kevin Samuels.
They are not. Most of these guys have sloped shoulders. Most of these guys are bald. Most of these guys, none of them are attractive. So prove me wrong. Since you said it's weird, you said I'm weird. So prove that I'm weird. I dropped the link. I still don't see you backstage. ¿Qué pasa?
All of a sudden, he's driving now.
¿Qué pasa? A lot of guys cam up when they're driving.
Right.
Guys have cammed up at work. Remember the guy at the airport, with the flashlights? He cammed up. Truck drivers cam up while they're driving their truck. Elvis the Chef Rosenberg, he cams up while he's driving and talking to his wife. Cam up, like,
and doing a few lines. We love Elvis.
Lord.
Elvis loves his lines.
Yeah.
We love it.
No comment.
I know. He just be like, okay, just I'm gonna let you have it.
No comment on Big Elvis the Chef Rosenberg. That don't say his name 3 times. He gonna pop up.
Yes, we love him.
Oh my God. Ain't nobody attacking nobody. Stop being soft, bruh. Y'all are soft. Y'all are softer than baby shit. Stop
really
attacking men. Who the fuck is attacking men? This is what I'm talking about. That feminization of men via dating coaches. This is what I'm talking about. What man sits there and says, stop attacking men? Who can attack? What woman can attack men? How can I attack a man?
Well, no, you're Kevin Samuel shaming.
How can I attack? This is what I'm talking about. The effeminization of men. They've become hypersensitive, overly. Bring back toxic masculinity, por Dios. I'll take that over this shit. I'll take that over. Stop attacking men. I mean, how am I attacking you, sir? We are having a debate. If you can't handle this conversation, how the fuck do you sit in a barbershop? How do you discuss sports? If you can't handle me saying you're not attractive, cam up, how do you survive in a room full of men? You know how you survive? Because the rest of them are effeminate as well.
Yeah.
Because men are fucking rough. The way men talk to each other is brutal.
Especially the ones in my family. Like, that's what I was used to growing up. So when I see all of this, it's weird to me. It's confusing. I'm like...
No saint. How do the men talk in the firehouse?
Yeah, it's I tell you what, it's not for definitely not for the weak.
It's fucking brutal, is what it is.
Build up your callus for sure, like to where because any mess up you do, any weakness they see, they're gonna, if they find a button to push, they're gonna find that, but they're gonna keep pushing that button.
Right. Okay,
Who's
let me see. Is this him backstage? Is this you?
He said
is this you?
Backstage. I don't know if that's him or not.
Hold on. Is this you, John Lee?
Hello?
Hi, are you John Lee?
Yes, I'm John Lee.
Okay. Are you not attractive? You are not attractive.
I am attractive.
Sir. No,
I've
you're
been
not,
in a relationship for 13 years with a beautiful woman. The point is, hold on.
No, I don't hold on my channel. You hold on. I don't hold on here. You hold on. I don't care who's tolerating you. Just because you got a woman to tolerate you and I guarantee she's overweight does not mean that you're attractive, sir. Just because you got a woman to tolerate you and I guarantee she's overweight does not make you attractive, sir. Now I'm going to unmute you and then you can speak, but I don't hold on my show. Okay. All right. Let's get this party started. You were saying?
My woman is not unattractive. She's not overweight.
I didn't say she wasn't. She's overweight. I guarantee you.
You made assumptions. You made assumptions. She's not overweight.
My assumptions are correct. You, sir, are unattractive and your woman is overweight. Prove me wrong. Get her to cam up. I'll wait. Statistically, okay, I never miss. Your woman is not fit. She's not fit. Prove me wrong.
Definitely not an 8, 9, 10.
Prove me wrong then. Prove me wrong. But here's what you can't do, though. Here's what you can't do. You can't cheat, though. Just because you say a thing doesn't make it a thing. Like, you can't come up here, be unattractive, and say you're attractive. It's nonsensical. That's like me camming up and saying, I'm tall. No, Jen, you're not tall. I'm tall. No, Jen, you're not tall. So you just can't come up here and say a thing. You're not attractive, sir, but go ahead, continue.
Like I was saying, my woman is not overweight.
Okay.
She's not ugly. She's not fat.
I didn't say she was ugly. I said she was overweight because she is, and we both know that, don't we?
Finish.
Go ahead.
Why do you keep cutting me off?
I'm going to cut you off if you put words in my mouth. I didn't say she was ugly. I didn't say she was unattractive. I said she's overweight because she is. Continue.
She's not.
She is.
The point I'm trying to make is she's not like that. All of this over exaggeration and assumption that you're making about some people that you don't know doesn't make sense. It makes me question you why you even like this.
But why was that right about you? Why wasn't that?
No, you were not right. No, you were not right. No, you were not. No, you were not. This is silly. You're like I'm talking to a little girl.
You're unattractive. I'm a little girl, but you're insisting you're attractive and you're not. You are not attractive, sir. You think because that woman is tolerating you because she had 0 options, I guarantee. This is how I know your woman is overweight and not attractive, because she picked you. You see how life works? Life is simple. It's not even complicated. Stop complicating life. A woman who is attractive and fit and has options is not going to end up 13 years with you. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. You are not attractive, sir. You are disheveled. You probably didn't wash your ass today. Your beard is fucked up. Okay? Can you put your head down so we can see that hairline? Tip down just a little bit for us. Just tip down just a little bit. Your hairline is receding. But you want to come up here and say what? You're attractive? You and Jason Momoa can get the same women? You're not attractive. Your wife tolerates you because she had no options, okay? And I guarantee, I put $100 on she's overweight.
You see these? You see these?
She's overweight. Thank you. Thank you. She is overweight. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So hold on. I got a question. Are you a six-figure earner?
Of course
no, I'm not a six-figure earner yet. I just finished a computer class where I can do that. The reason why I came on here is because I'm seeing a lot of these comments disrespecting Kevin Samuels, who I was not even a fan of. I just see him as a person that was trying to help young men who needed help. And the reason why a lot of women don't like him is because he did not coddle them. He told them the truth of what they needed to hear, what other six-figure earners like him would say if they talk to them. The problem with people like Jen and other women is that they have deep-seated insecurities that they don't want to admit to and end up acting like little girls like her. And so they don't want to hear the truth from a guy like that who is successful, who's been there and can tell you what you need to know, not what you want to hear, acting like an immature little girl because you're stuck on your own insecurities and what you think will work. That's not what we deal with in our household, in our family, any of that stuff. And that's all I wanted to say. I didn't want to come in here and argue with you like have an argument with some little piece, and that was it. If you don't like it, that's on you. I didn't even follow the brother. I didn't even follow him. But at least
so let me pause you real quick because it's gonna be hard to pause you, I could tell. So let me mute you real quick. So you're doing what a lot of Kevin Samuel ball suckers do, right? Is you come up and you defend him vehemently, right? I'm not even a fan, but you talking bad about him. I'm not even a fan, but he was telling the truth. He was, but I'm not a fan. I didn't even watch him, but he was telling women what to do. That is what you guys do. But then you come up and say you weren't a fan. When you and I both know you're very much a fan of Kevin Samuels because you dropped chat after chat after chat after chat defending Kevin Samuels. You, sir, are unattractive. Your wife is nowhere near mainstream attraction at all. You two as a couple are a walking insecurity. The two of you. That is why you coupled up. She doesn't have options. You don't either. That's how you ended up together. You cannot talk to me who has options. Your wife doesn't have the options I have. She doesn't have the options of my pinky. Okay? She couldn't walk into the rooms I walk into. She couldn't date the men that I date. That is why you're sitting there spitting into a webcam in her house. Okay? That is why. See, now I'm telling the truth. Last I heard, you guys liked the truth because Kevin Samuels told the truth, right? Now, if someone as unattractive as you was a woman and went up on Kevin Samuels' channel, he would say, what do you rate yourself? Would he not? If a woman as unattractive as you are called into Kevin Samuels, he would say, what do you rate yourself? Now, you said you were, no, he said he was an unattractive. Now, remember, that's the same thing that women used to do on Kevin Samuels when they called in. They swore up and down. They weren't unattractive. I'm attracted. I'm a 7. I'm an 8. Does he not see he's suffering from the same delusion that those women were suffering from? This guy is not attractive, but he came on my panel to say he's attractive.
I'm interested in.
It's the same thing.
I'm interested in.
So it's like I think it was Simeon who said it. You're the fucking women you complain about. You're the same unattractive bitch that used to call into Kevin Samuels. You're the same. What would you rate your wife? If that overweight woman that you married with the wig on her head, probably smelling like wig glue, called into Kevin Samuels and Kevin rated her, what number do you think he would give your wife, sir? Y'all are weird. Lily, what did you want to ask him?
Oh, I'm interested in how he would rate himself and his wife number-wise. Like, it's fair since we we do the Kevin Samuels thing.
I'm listen. I don't want to bring his wife in. His wife's not part. I really feel uncomfortable about that. Like,
no, well, he showed her picture. You don't. Yeah, I mean, this is me saying it.
He can get in trouble if I mean,
ain't nobody gonna get in trouble. He showed her picture. He did. He showed her picture. Okay, good. Ask him the question, Lily.
Yes. What would you rate yourself on the scale of 1 to 10 of attractiveness?
I'm not one of these guys that comes on and rates himself and talks about that. I'm not a narcissist. I'm not one of these type of people. I've had women give me compliments, and I humbly accept the compliment. I've been with women now for over 13 years. We're happy. Yes, we've had problems. What couples don't have problems? But we don't have the insecure problems that Jen is talking about. All this weird stuff she's bringing up, my woman would have completely laughed you off. There are plenty of men that want to talk to her.
She has no choice.
She would have laughed you off because you're ridiculous and you're saying stuff that is...
And they probably all look like you, though. The men that want to talk to her are in her dating pool. They look like you. That woman cannot go beyond men that look like you. Do you understand options? Let's talk about your godfather. Okay, Kevin Samuels had more options than you. You do know people are in different dating pools and in different levels, right? That is why you ended up with the wife you ended up with and not someone who was more attractive. And that's not an insult. Let's call a thing a thing. Let's call a thing a thing. Let's call a thing a thing. If you go to an amusement park and you don't reach a certain height, you can't get on that ride. Life is like that. Life is simple. If you go to an amusement park and you don't reach the height requirement, you can't get on the ride. Similarly, you went to an amusement park, you couldn't reach a certain height, and that's why you got the wife that you got. There's levels. Why does that piss people off? Isn't that what Kevin Samuels did? Reminded people of their levels?
Yep.
Isn't that what Kevin Samuels did, is remind people of their levels?
And
let me say,
holding women accountable.
Let me say something to the chat real quick. If you don't like how I'm addressing this man, get the fuck off. Get the fuck off the stream. Like, seriously, right now, get the fuck off the stream. Because if you're bringing your feminine nature to my chat, and I know a lot of you guys sit in your feminine nature, I'll just fucking block you off the chat. Simple. I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. Don't think I do. It's too many trolls on YouTube for me to give a fuck about y'all. So if you don't like how I'm addressing this clown, get the fuck off my stream expeditiously. Now, I will unmute him if he can have a conversation. I don't mind having a conversation with this fool. I dropped the link. But if he can't have a fucking conversation, then it's not going to happen. Right now, it looks like he can't because he's barking at the screen and he's on mute, so nobody could hear you. So you're just barking to bark. Now, if you want to have a conversation, I will unmute you. No problem. No problem. If you don't like what's going on the stream, get the fuck off the stream. Get the fuck out the chat. Come back tomorrow. ¿Qué coño? Lily, you wanted to ask Fernando something? Can't hear you, Lily.
Sorry.
It's okay.
So, sorry. So Fernando, you were saying that the reason why you don't do it is because you're not narcissistic and things like that, right? Like, that's
I don't think of myself in that way. If women think I'm attractive, that's fine. But I don't go around parading that and pushing that and trying to act like I'm some sort of Don Juan. That's not what I do. That's just not how I am. Once I got my woman who's not overweight, who is attractive and has actually lost some pounds and is toning herself up. When I got with her, I knew exactly that's what I wanted. A beautiful, dark-skinned black woman that will see me as attractive as I see her as attractive, without any of these weird insecurities that some of these other women have who act like little girls when it comes to a man who's trying to really do.
If you call me a little girl again, okay, your ugly ass, okay, and your average at best wife can fuck off to oblivion. My name is Jen. That is how you're going to address me. Okay? You and your crooked teeth can kick rocks all the way back to your computer class. All right? Okay? Can't open a grill? Now you're going to call me by my name, and I'm going to call you by your name, and that's how we're going to do it. All right? Be happy that you even up here, because you're ruining my aesthetic. Be happy that you even up here. Now we're going to try this again. We're going to call each other by our names. Because remember, little boy, that's what adults do, little boy. We address each other by our names. Okay, little boy? Now, I'm going to try this one more time for the last time. Lily, you were asking him something?
I forgot, but I know No Saint had a question.
I just wanted to say one thing. I really wasn't a Kevin Samuels follower. I didn't even understand what he was doing until I started seeing these so-called viral clips. So instead of watching the clips, which are biased and are cut out to make him look bad, I decided to watch the entire thing. When I saw the entire thing in context, I saw that he was telling these women the truth. Some of them were unrealistic in their desires and what they wanted, and they didn't have it to where they understood what men really want of that type of caliber. So with him being that way, I was not a follower. I really did not follow the man. I didn't see him really until after he died, because there was a big fuss made by women who were happy that he died. I thought that was sick. But in conclusion, I can say this: you will never be as successful as him.
Okay. Are you done? Okay. All right. So great Exhibit A. Here is a man. I love what I think it was Simeon said it earlier. Here is a man that is complaining about the women he speaks of, right? And it goes to show that people don't want the truth. They want their truth, right? They want their truth. It's also another sign of a lot of these guys are in relationships, some even married, and they still carry around this bitterness because they are not attractive in the mainstream. Okay? Just because he's married does not mean that he doesn't feel bad when a man that's taller, smarter, has more money, is more attractive, is getting along better in life. It doesn't mean that. You can be married, you can be single, and still be bitter and angry that you got the short end of the attraction stick, the short end of the short end of the financial stick. And he's a perfect example. Him and his wife are average at best, below average, matter of fact. Below average. Like you'd walk by both of them and not even look twice. She's not winning any beauty contests. He's not winning any handsome contests. And here's the thing, that everybody thinks that those are insults. People think the truth are insults unless Kevin Samuels is saying it or unless Andrew Tate is saying it. If Andrew Tate was saying what I was saying, he the truth, he the top G. Therein lies the hypocrisy. If Kevin Samuels was saying exactly what I just said, he the truth, he the Godfather. But here I am, a woman telling you this motherfucker look like he has a can opener in his mouth. Okay? He looks disheveled. He looks greasy. He looks like he stinks through the screen. His wife is losing weight according to him. If you're not overweight, why are you trying to lose weight? There, Jen said the truth again. I said she was overweight. He confirmed it. He said she's trying to lose weight. There, the truth again. I said, you're not attractive. He came up and showed us he wasn't attractive. So what truth do y'all want exactly? The truth that tickles your butthole? Because I just said the whole truth about a lot of shit. Wife was overweight. They're average at best. They had no options but each other. That is why they're tolerating each other for 13 fucking years. He's not attractive. I mean, I told y'all the whole truth. He's not a six-figure man. He's not high value. Because Lily asked him. That's the truth. But I don't understand. You want selective truth. So when he's in the chat talking about, you can't handle the truth, that's why, motherfucker, who? I thought Kevin Samuels was extremely entertaining. The only thing pathetic about Kevin Samuels were his followers, not Kevin Samuels.
Right.
Because I'm from New York, and I loves me a hustle. And I love observing one man control a room of suckers. Sorry, that's my sadistic side.
Me too.
But I enjoy it. So I thought Kevin Samuels was fucking entertaining. The way he moved the incels to and fro to his beck and call.
He was a
social engineering at its best, at its finest. So I don't, it's like, you the truth. What the fuck are you talking about? Kevin Samuels wasn't talking about me. Actually, he was talking about your wife. Overweight. Okay. And average at best. So Kevin wasn't talking about me. He was actually talking about the woman you got in your house. And why is that insulting if it's the truth? You guys like the truth. Make up your fucking mind. Do you like the truth or nay?
Homie went from driving to being in the kitchen.
Right.
I love it.
I don't understand it. Y'all want the truth or you don't want the truth. And the issue I have with Kevin Samuels followers, and he is a follower. He's a Kevin Samuels follower. He wouldn't have came up here beating his dick about Kevin Samuels. He's a Kevin Samuels follower. It's just that they're embarrassed. Just like religious people, if you notice. Like religious people are sometimes embarrassed to say that they love Jesus. Or that it's the same shit. Yeah. But they regurgitate all the teachings. They regurgitate all the Kevin Samuels points and blah, blah. But I ain't a follower because they know there's a stigma. They know there's a stigma attached to being a Kevin Samuels follower, but they're followers. Right. They're followers. So I'm like, what truth y'all like? I'm curious. What truth y'all like?
The imaginary truth. You know, like when we used to play make-believe when we were younger. We used to play make-believe. It's kind of like that.
All the time. I'm like, and then you bitches in the fucking chat pulling your skirts up. Like, relax. These motherfuckers in the chat pulling their skirts up. Don't talk to him like that. Jen is abusive. Jen is pulled your skirts up and showed your fucking glitter thongs. This is what I'm talking about. The feminization of men has zero to do with the LGBTQ community. Zero. Y'all all in my chat like little girl. Hey, Jen, don't hurt him, Jen. Jen, don't hurt him. Like a bunch of bitches.
But they don't do that. They don't go in Kevin Samuels' comment section saying those things.
Right. They don't say, don't talk to her like that, Kevin. Don't call her average at best, Kevin. Don't say she's a 5, Kevin. These dudes turned into bitches in 2.5 seconds. These are the same ones talking about, I want submissive and agreeable. How? And you're submissive and agreeable.
I figured out what it is. They're trans attractive. They identify as attractive. I figured it out.
Is that a new one, Lily?
It's a new one.
Trans attractive.
Trans attractive.
I just realized that these motherfuckers want submissive and agreeable, and they're submissive and agreeable to Andrew Tate, to Kevin Samuels, to whoever else this guy listed as all the dating coaches. Y'all are agreeable and submissive. How you expect women to be agreeable and submissive if y'all running around picking your skirts up? Don't attack me, Jen. Don't do it. Don't do it. Sounding like somebody's mama on the corner. Please don't beat that boy like that. Don't beat him like that, Jen. These motherfuckers went full blown female in 2.5 seconds over a debate. I've seen worse debates about LeBron James and Michael Jordan. That went much more vitriolic. I tried to let the little bitch speak. Jen, no, that's not right, Jen, no. And these are the same motherfuckers who used to be throwing their pom-poms in the Kevin Samuels chat. Yeah, tell her she's average at best. Yeah, tell her nobody wants her. Yay! Give me a W, give me an A, give me an L, give me an L. She hit the wall. These same motherfuckers. I call this little bitch ugly. No, Jen, don't do it. Don't do it, Jen. Get up off him. Throw in the towel. Motherfuckers went bitch in 2.5 seconds. 2.5 seconds, you all went bitch in my chat. Relax. The fuck?
But I've never seen them do that in Kevin Samuel's chat when it came to a woman. So that's a little
bit
threw me off a little bit.
Never. Tell him I'm stupid. That trans handsome. That's no Saint. No Saint is trans handsome. No Saint in George. Yes. A trans handsome. Yo, I cannot believe it. These motherfuckers went full blown bitch in 2.5 seconds because I'm telling the motherfucker he's not attractive. Y'all went full. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed right now for y'all. They went full blown bitch in 2.5 seconds. No, Jen, get up off him, Jen. Were you playing with your nipples when you said that? Jen, don't hit him. Jen, don't hit.
Oh, Book of Sessions said Lily's not even attractive. Like,
oh my God. Listen, let me read these super chats real quick. These motherfuckers went full bitch in 2.5. Y'all are agreeable and submissive. Fucking agreeable and submissive. Motherfucker came up here with jaws on the bottom. Okay, jaws. He looked like fucking the shark teeth. All right. Disheveled, greasy. I guarantee he didn't wash his ass today talking about, I'm not a narcissist. I don't judge myself. But I bet you was beating off in Kevin Samuel's chat while he was judging everybody else.
Yep.
You agreeable, submissive bitches. I feel sorry for the women that are dating in this pool. Ooh, Lord.
Oh boy. I swear, like that.
These motherfuckers, I just figured it out. These motherfuckers are agreeable and submissive bitches to these dating coaches.
Successful.
Don Levon, thank you for the super chat. Don Levon says he's married but worried about Kevin Samuel said about other women. What the fuck? Thank you for the super chat. Spanky Big Head says, I do think in most groups there are people who are on the left and right fringe. They project their agenda. Even a broke clock is right twice a day. Kevin had some valid points. He sure fucking did. You know how many times I watched Kevin Samuels and I was like, that's just true though.
Right.
That's like what he's saying to that. You know how many times I watched Kevin Samuels and when he was talking to certain women, I was like, that's just true though. And that, hey, honey, that shit is true though. The problem with fanatics and radicals is that they can't hear you, right? Debate their leaders because they think that you're bashing their leaders. If you don't suck the dick all the way down to your throat, right? Then they don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear you critique their leaders. You got to take their dick all the way to the nutsack like they do because they're agreeable and submissive to these leaders. They're agreeable and submissive to these leaders. So when they hear you say anything other than, you know, his dick should be down your throat to his balls, they're like, oh, yeah, don't stop talking about Kevin Samuels. But I don't know how many times I get tired of saying I had no beef with Kevin Samuels. One, he wasn't talking to me. He wasn't talking to me or about me.
That's why I never took any type of offense to nothing that he said. It just entertained.
How can I be upset or angry at a man that just has a YouTube hustle? That's all it was. And he was entertaining and he was funny. Wasn't my type of dude, but he was funny. He was entertaining. So again, I have no beef with Kevin Samuels. My problem has always been the followers, just like religious fanatics, just like the Beehive. Y'all motherfuckers are stupid. Y'all go left. You can't even like a pop star, like a normal human being. Like I like Beyonce's music. I like her clothes. I like her choreo. You motherfuckers have to get agreeable and submissive, right? To this person.
I remember like when I was a kid and when I was a teen, having that type of obsession over certain characters and celebrities, but I was a kid and I was a teen. But then as I grew up and I don't know, well, maybe getting into the entertainment business at an early age kind of helped me to lift the veil, to see behind the veil, to know that all of this shit is entertainment at the end of the day. It is. So you're worshiping a person who doesn't care about you. They care about your money, your views. They don't care about you. They don't know you. And if you were being attacked, that particular person that you're taking up for would not be there to take up for you. Right. That's weird to me. Beyonce,
and that's why they're called channels. I mean, that's why YouTube, that's why they are called channels. This is entertainment. And let me tell you something. In defense of Kevin Samuels, not that he needs defense, okay? Mm-hmm. But in defense of Kevin Samuels, that motherfucker didn't sign up to be a surrogate daddy. You motherfuckers are pathetic. Kevin Samuels signed on to YouTube to fucking get monetized and have enough money to go buy a fucking condo in Atlanta and pay a bitch every now and then to suck his dick. Those were his goals. You fucking made him into more than what he even wanted. But he was like, shit, I'll take it. It's fucking paying. I don't give a fuck what these Negroes do after.
Anytime. He can get sex workers anytime. He like spicy Latina sex workers. Anytime he
wants to. He liked the Latina mommies.
Life is good. You know?
So I'm like, I don't, he didn't even sign up to be a fucking surrogate adopted father the way y'all be treating him. He was an entertainer. And dare I say he was entertaining? He was funny.
Yeah.
And the reason why I found him entertaining is because I like people who fucking shoot straight from the hip, whether people like it or not. The problem with these clowns is that you got to worship along with them or something like the Beehive. No, you got to worship Beyonce. Right. If there's anything short of worshiping Beyonce, we're going to come get you. If anything short of worshiping Jesus, we're going to get you. Like, it's y'all. It's not them.
I'm with you on that, Jen. I love people who shoot from the hip, whether I agree with them or not. That's my thing. There's so many people I follow that I don't agree with their talking points, but I love their delivery. I love their passion. I'm like, well, let me put this on the shelf. I don't agree with it, but there could be something there, whatever. But that's how I do. So that's always weird that this society has come to a place where everybody has to agree with everybody. And if you don't, then you're a bad person. You're not allowed to be my friend. I don't like you. It's weird. That's like kids. We don't like her. Don't talk to, remember back in first grade? Don't talk to Jen. We're all not talking to Jen today. No, right. We're not talking to Jen today. Like it's giving me that. It's so weird with these adults that are and then have the nerve to call you a little girl. Okay.
Yeah, I'll be whatever you need me to be because you got diced up here. And like I said, the majority, I would say 99.9% of followers of these people, these men, these leaders, these YouTube leaders are not attractive. Men that are attractive, and you can even take that off the fucking table. Men that are stable financially.
Have a personality?
That have a personality, that can hold a conversation with a woman beyond, I don't do coffee dates. Men that can go beyond those conversations have no issues with women. They are not going to be beaten off in no Andrew Tate chat. They're not going to be beaten off in no Kevin Samuels chat. With that said, we live in a media-driven society. So are men going to scroll by and say, let me see what this Kevin Samuels motherfucker is. What he talking about? Because I hear a buzz on him. Or let me go see what Andrew Tate is talking about because I hear a buzz on him. Normal men are going to do that. They're going to be like, who these motherfuckers, what they talking about? And then normal men are going to go back to their fulfilling, stable lives with their options.
Right.
Okay? They are not going to make these dudes messiahs. They're not going to make them messiahs. It's like I can go over to Cynthia G's channel and be like, let me see what Cynthia G's talking about because you motherfuckers are constantly saying her name. Let me go see what she's talking about. I can go watch her. I could be like, she's right about that. She's right about that too.
Right.
I don't agree with that. That was funny. That was entertaining. And then go on about my life. I don't have to messiah Cynthia G. I don't have to messiah her. But I love that comment. The same women y'all complain about, you are the women you complain about. Because if there was a woman up here defending Cynthia G, the way this weirdo was defending Kevin Samuels, though he's not a follower or a fan, you would be like, that bitch is crazy. That's what I would say. If I had a woman up here defending Cynthia G, the way you people who don't follow Kevin Samuels defend Kevin Samuels, you would be like, that's a crazy bitch. So how are y'all not crazy bitches?
Have they always been like this since he's come out? Kevin Samuels, like, have they always been like that when they come here? They always denounce their affiliation.
Yes, Lily,
I'm noticing that pattern.
We know one personally who doesn't come here over here anymore, who had all kinds of defense for Kevin Samuels, and then he would always cap it with, "But I'm not a fan of his. I don't watch him." What?
Yeah. Very, very, very interesting.
Yeah, they denounce him. They won't say I'm sucking Kevin Samuels' dick. They will not say it because they know there's a stigma attached to it, just like Jesus.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't it in the Bible? He who denies me. But some reason followers don't want to be followers. Ain't that about a bitch?
Yeah, they do. They definitely denounce because of what we were talking about last night, like the reputation that they carry around. It's like, you know, like no say when you go out of the country.
Look, and now we have another one. Book a session. You want to come up to show us how ugly you are too? It's always you same motherfuckers. Either you fat, ugly, teeth fucked up, breath stink, don't wash your ass, Cheetos stink. It's the same. You want to cam up too to show us you ugly too? Cause it be the same people.
I don't think he's gonna come up.
They not coming up.
I wouldn't either if I was.
After the last one jumped up and got
shut your fucking chicken wing hole. Like shut your fucking chicken wing hole. And here's the thing: there's so many channels dedicated to Kevin Samuels. Why you beating off in my chat about Kevin Samuels?
Oh,
it's bizarre.
Hold on. Book a session said he'll come if I remove my makeup. I'll take my makeup off. Come on. Come on, Cletus. Come on, Cletus.
Yeah, I just dropped the link. Come on up, book a session. Show us how fine you is. I just dropped the link. Nobody touched that link. We're going to see how fine all these motherfuckers talking shit in the chat are today. Come on up, book a session. That link is for book a session. Come on up, book a session. Show us how fine you is. Lily, don't take nothing off until he comes up here. Lily, don't even touch a wipey. What makeup I got on? Honey, what makeup I got on? What makeup? You guys keep regurgitating the same shit over and over again. What makeup, bitch? What makeup? Get off of Instagram. All women aren't the same. Get off Instagram. What makeup, bitch? Like, you think I'm your baby mama or your mama? What makeup, bitch?
Yeah, Jen don't wear makeup. Lily do. So come on. I got
right.
Come on, please.
What makeup, bitch? What makeup? You motherfuckers love saying that to women. Remove your makeup. What makeup, bitch? What makeup? Come on up. Show us how fine you is.
Right.
By the way, I have videos on my Instagram, no makeup, no filter.
Right.
Since you riding my click, go ride it on Instagram. Don't forget to hit follow.
My no makeup pictures.
What makeup?
Right.
You think I'm the fucking the bitches you follow on Instagram? Like what makeup, bitch? What makeup? Come on up here. Stop talking shit. Y'all talking too much shit. I'm about action. I'm gonna drop the link again. Come on up here. Lily got her makeup wipes.
Yep.
I already showed you I ain't wearing no makeup. Okay, I showed you I ain't wearing no makeup. Come on up. You talking too much shit right now. Come on up. Look at him diverting. I've seen your picture on Instagram without makeup, Jen. Stop it. Yes, you have.
Because you don't wear makeup.
But you just don't. Right. Hopefully when I meet Lily, she'll teach me how to wear makeup, and then we'll take it from there, and I'll wear lots of it.
Oh, God, no. You don't need lots of it. God, no, please. Because don't attach. Lily told me how to do. No. That's not what I thought.
Black Republican. Yeah, he's going to keep growing. Of course. There's nothing wrong with Kevin Samuels growing. What the fuck is wrong? Like, again, y'all are trying to make, because y'all are so hell-bent on fighting and bickering with women because y'all are feminine men. You think all women are the same. Again, I don't have a beef with Kevin Samuels. He was an entertainer. Having a beef with Kevin Samuels is like having a beef with Chris Rock. Like, it's like they are entertainers. They got paid to entertain. But because you are constantly at war with women because you're not good with women, you think all women are the same. I got no beef with Kevin. He was funny.
We're not going to play these childish games, book a session. Talk about something. If you take your... No, we do it together. Same time, man. Same time.
He ain't coming up because he's ugly and he knows he's ugly. Right. He knows.
Right. He knows his best bitch.
Listen. So right.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, yo, we from New York. We don't do a lot of this. Come on, you bout it? Let's dance, bitch. Come on up. Y'all talk too much. Y'all, again, effeminization. Something else that's synonymous with women is doing a lot of this, right? Mm-hmm. Bitch, I'll fuck you up. Bitch, I'll fuck you up. Bitch, I'll do this. Bitch, I'll do that. It's synonymous with women. And here we have men in the chat being synonymous with women. You talking all that shit. Come up. Why y'all talking? Matter of fact, if you don't come up, by the time I count to 10, I'm blocking your ass. Watch this. Just for derailing the conversation. You too, Black Republican. You getting blocked too. Watch this. I just dropped the link. I want Black Republican, and I know y'all hurt now because you love the block. You love the block. Y'all love the block because y'all always here. Hey, boo. How y'all doing? I'm going to count to 10 now. I just dropped the link for you, Black Republican, and for you, book a session. I'm going to count to 10. And if neither of you little baby shit soft bitches are up here by the time I count to 10, you both blocked. Watch this. You ready? I'm giving you a chance now. You know you love you some Jen. I'm going to count to 10. You ready? I dropped the link. Grab it, book a session. Grab it, Black Republican, because you're about to get blocked. You ready? There you go. I dropped this right there. It says come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost at 6. 6.
Hold on. Let me put my makeup on.
7, 8. All right, you're out of here. You're gone. Bye, bitch. Black Republican, you're gone too. Where's his fucking name? Where's this little motherfucker at? Where is he? You the fuck out of here too. Get the fuck out of here. Now, as I was saying, thank you for the super chat, Dallavon. Dallavon says, but they keep missing the part when Kevin Samuels said men pay for all dates and don't date if you're broke. I saw that video. I saw that video. Why don't they share that Kevin Samuels video?
Right. I did a video like that. Too broke to date.
Why don't they share that? Why don't they share that Kevin Samuels video? Now, book a session in Black Republican, because I know y'all still watching because you love the kid. Now you got to watch from outside the club because you can't even get in. No Saint was even up here panicking. Jen, we're going to get in trouble.
I know.
The white guy was like, wait a minute.
Okay.
The natives are restless. What do I do? Someone call 911. I'm just fucking with them, No Saint. I'm just fucking with them. I poke fun at them because
they're easy. They're just easy.
Yeah, I poke fun at them. I don't, they're silly, and I like pointing out how fucking silly they are. They're very silly men. Hence the topic tonight, which effeminizes men more, the LGBTQIA or the rise of dating coaches. And we had Exhibit A. We had 2 men up here, very effeminate in nature, who are what? Kevin Samuels followers. Case in point.
Yeah, I just think that the real point that he should, he's talking about the guy that came up here was talking about the good points that Kevin Samuel made. If he examines what happened tonight, because you went in on him, is that what really matters is that he finds his wife attractive and she finds him attractive, and they love each other, and they see whatever that's all that really matters, instead of telling somebody they're average at best. I mean, that's what I just think I've never watched Kevin Sam. I've only seen clips of him, but to me, it's like, what is that? Yeah, you can help try to get people to improve themselves, but to sit there and it's his opinion. That was strictly his opinion that the girl's average at best. Someone might find her very attractive, and that's really what it all comes down to. It's really.
I completely agree. But what happened was that his followers, right, made it gospel. Yep. And then they weaponized it, and they felt like they were in a position, though they looked like that guy that came up here. Okay.
Yeah.
You had men that looked like that guy that came up here telling women that they were average at best, hence the Spider-Man thing where everybody's pointing at each other. And I'm like,
right.
Y'all the same person, right? Right. So, I mean, it's great that he finds his wife attractive. She finds him attractive. They've been married 13 years or what have you. But if we are going by the scale the man he was defending went by, then they are average at best. Mm-hmm. And that's what I like doing. I like holding up mirrors to people, because if you're going to worship somebody and defend somebody, understand that that same person would have said that your wife that you chose is average at best. Easily. But they don't want to hear that because, the truth, I guess the truth has now become, depending what size it is.
Yeah. And it happens every once in a while where someone say, oh, I really love so-and-so. She's hot or he's hot in a movie. What? Someone would go, what? You think that, what?
And that's happened to me a lot in life. Like people say, like Shamar Moore, women just die over Shamar Moore. I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see it.
My mother always loved that man.
Yes, women they fall all over Shamar Moore. There's a couple cats like that where women are like, oh my God, he's so fun. I'm like, I don't. But Michael B. Jordan he's like a hood cute. Like he's hood cute.
He's cute. He's just not my flavor. So I don't right. But I can understand why they like him. Yes. I can see it. It's just not my flavor. That's all.
Right. Like I can see why I could look at Shamar Moore and be like, I know why I know why you girls and guys like him, whatever. But I'm like, he just does. I don't see Shamar Moore and it's like my heart doesn't pitter patter. So, it's beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But then there is, come on, there's universal beauty. And let's not sit up here. Let's not sit up here and act like there ain't, because we got big hearts.
No, right. I agree. No, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, like, I'm sure he must know, like he says, well, I'm not going to rate myself. I mean, like if you're the person that's getting all the attention, by a certain age that, okay, it's just it's not my cards. I'm not that guy, But so yeah, there is certainly.
Damn it.
And there's nothing, and that's the thing, that we are the most truthful, because I could sit up here and say, I'm attractive. I'm not Adriana Lima attractive, but I'm attractive. Adriana Lima is a Victoria's Secret angel. She's one of my favorite models. So I'm like, I can say that. Why can't you sit here and admit that you're not attractive at all, sir? Right. So I have way more truth than you do.
Right. That's people always tell me, like, because they're like, oh, we want to see you on Gucci runway and Prada runway and all of these high-end brand runways. And I'm like, I don't have the DNA for that type of modeling. I'm in my lane of modeling. This is where I stay. Mm-hmm. But I don't fool myself. Now, I've done runway, and it's usually because of favors and relationships. I know people and things like that. But I am not a runway model. I'm not. Mm-hmm. I don't try to, I've just got a few lucky breaks, but I am not a runway model. I do not even have the DNA to be one, because they started like 5'10", and their body structure is just different from mine. There's a body structure, and I don't have that particular body structure. So, but I'm not, so when people tell me that, oh, you should, like, that's not my lane. I'm not delusional. Like.
Right. And they don't understand sometimes. Yes. Don Levon said, Cash App Jen $100 to be let back in the club. Yep. That's the fucking fee. Fuck all y'all. If you block and you want to partake again, $100 fucking dollars, bitch. I'm charging all of y'all. Fuck off. Yeah, so I mean, I think Excuse me. I love the show's the best. Like when it's a topic and then Exhibit A pops up. That happens to us every now and then. It happens to us every now and then. So it's very interesting because here's a man who was defending Kevin Samuels and, you know, his talking points, but then couldn't handle his Kevin Samuels talking points being reversed on him. And that's the majority of these guys that follow these characters, the Tates and the Kevin Samuels or whatever. This is how they are. I was just using the system that the guy he was defending used. So I would think that you would greet me with open arms because I'm using the scale that your leader used. Bizarre though. When you flip it on them, they're like, I'm not going to judge myself. What are you talking about? You're defending a man who made a living off of judging people. What are you talking about? You're not going to judge yourself. You're weird.
Right.
My wife ain't fat. She's losing weight. Then she's fat if she's losing weight.
He really,
And it's not, and here's the thing. It wasn't, it wasn't an insult. It was the truth.
Yeah.
Why is it if someone's overweight and I say they're overweight, why is that an insult? If it's the truth. If someone says, Jen, you're skinny, well, it's the truth.
Is it true?
Is it true?
Is it true? I'm serious. I asked. That's what I've been taught to ask.
The only time I'm going to debate is when they say something stupid like, take your makeup off. Bitch, I don't wear makeup like that. I wish I had the skill, though. Because if I did, I would. Like I would. There's nothing like fun. Me wearing makeup, people wearing makeup doesn't take away from them like that they're attractive. What is this thing?
It's art. It's fun.
Yeah, it's like that doesn't make me less attractive because I wear makeup. Like, what is that about? Like, what is that about? Like, I don't know. In a beauty contest, me without makeup, your wife with a lot of makeup.
Right.
I don't know. But let me not be mean.
Because I already know if I take off my makeup, they still gonna be having problems. You still ain't gonna be able to put the baddest bitch up next to me. So don't try.
Your profile picture on Facebook doesn't have makeup on the way you wear it on the block. Like, stop it. Yep. I'm like, I'm just surprised. Everybody went full bitch in the chat. Like, everybody panicked. I'm like, these are words. I've seen guys come to blows over LeBron James and Michael Jordan. You can't handle a little conversation about looks?
Yeah.
This is a little old teeny debate about looks?
It's insane.
I don't understand.
No impulse control, I guess.
Like we can go off and then come right back to the subject and the conversation.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Jesus, Lord Almighty. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, and I say this with love, right? I don't know what everybody's triggers are. I don't know what anybody's trauma is. So I know I see you guys watching, hit that like and subscribe. People in the chat, if it gets too much for you ever, as your friend and your favorite devil's advocate, click away.
That's what I do.
Click away.
Dixieland.
I remember when people come for comedians and stuff, I'm like, so I'm sorry, did the comedian come kidnap you and drag you to the show?
Yeah.
Is that what you're complaining about? Like, because you didn't have to watch, right? Just saying.
Yeah, it's like just click away because I know people be like, there's some, oh my God. And just click away. Everybody has different triggers, but you sit in there defending somebody, I'm going to want to see what you look like. I think that's only fair. Just the way Kevin Samuels had women after women after women after women after women after women after show after show after show after show, who he literally rated from 1 to 10.
Right.
And if they chose a number that was too high, he'd knock them down a peg. Mm-hmm. That's all I was doing. And you guys loved him. I don't know why y'all don't love me. What's going on? I feel the ways now.
I already know the answer. Yeah.
I feel the ways.
I don't know the answer.
Yes, Tez. Yes. And I don't know why y'all get offended. Y'all so sensitive. Ted said 1.72 million subscribers, all ugly men. Yes, all below average men. Fine men do not follow that dude. And if they do, definitely not for the same reasons that y'all do. Why does that hurt so much? Why does reality hurt that much? I don't understand why reality hurts that much. I am not 5'9". The reality is I am 5'4". I am not 5'9". It'd be great to be 5'9". I'm not 5'9". The reality doesn't hurt me. Why does it hurt you that y'all are below average? Y'all are not mainstream attractive. Why does it hurt that much that y'all don't have options? Like, develop your other traits. There's a million things you could do. Plenty of dudes running around here who are 5'0" with guts, and they developed other traits. Right. To become attractive, to become interesting. You motherfuckers want to, right?
Just saying.
Hello.
Work around it, baby. Work around it.
You motherfuckers want to die on the Kevin Samuels hill and thinking you're attractive. You're not mainstream attractive. Do you even know what the fuck that means? Do you know that it's a real thing? Do you know that they did an experiment? You guys could look it up on YouTube with infants. Mm-hmm. And they held pictures. They held pictures.
Mm-hmm. I knew that.
In front of the infants.
I'm going to tell you, I knew that study. And whenever, okay, so like most people, like all of our faces aren't geometrically, yeah. So with the infants, that like they tune into that, they love features and stuff like that. And when I be contoured and do all this, like when I go to the store, they're like this.
The same thing happens to me, and my friends always making fun of me. He always says it's because they think I look like a cartoon.
They always say I look like they think you some fairy princess or something, because I'm like,
yeah, it's so cute though. Like the little kids do look like it, and I'm like, what they looking at? You want to come with me?
I know, all the babies.
All the babies. But it's like, it's so, yeah. And it's funny, right? Because let's look at this statistically, right? Because men, it's funny, men pick and choose what statistics to use, right? What do they say? Like most women are going after what, the 20% of men? Is that the statistic that I keep hearing that? Oh. Maybe somebody in the chat could yeah, they say all women are going after the top 20% of men, right?
So what are the men going after?
Right. So here's the thing. If the top women are going after, if women are going after the top 20% of men, no matter what those women look like, then why is it hard to believe that the majority of that 1.72 million followers on YouTube following Kevin Samuels are unattractive? So you think the 20% that women are chasing after, you think they're in the subscriber count of Kevin Samuels? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. If women, because these are stats that men throw around, if women are all chasing, no matter if she's fat, ugly, short, old, tall, bald, whatever, these women, they're all chasing the top 20% of men, the best of the best that the male species has to offer, right? Mm-hmm. Are you saying that the dudes in Kevin Samuels' subscriber count are the 20%? Or the fucking losers who can't figure out how to be the 20%? Because you can't be both. Because the top 20% who are being chased by all these women, right, are not going to be in Kevin Samuels' chat figuring out, oh, Kevin's going to help me wear a suit today. And Kevin's going to help me find a woman today. Because the top 20% already knows he has to wash his ass and wear a suit. So you can't be both. So yes, Tez, 1.72 million followers in Kevin Samuels' chat are average at best or below. Because the top 20% don't give a fuck about it, Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels is not even in their cipher. Kevin's not even in their cipher.
No.
So yes, absolutely. Average at best or below. And that's the majority of humanity, though. Aren't most people average, or am I bugging?
It's true. Most people are average.
Am I
bugging? Most people are freaking average. And I live in a large city. I come around people a lot every single day. Most people are average. That's why we noticed the ones who are above average. That's why you kind of do a double take, because most people are average, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what average means, right?
John Lee, I'm gonna get your ugly ass up out of here too. Get the fuck on. You want to come back? $100, bitch. Fuck out of here. Now you can watch from the glass. Press your nose up against the glass. That's what I'm gonna do to all these bitches. I let y'all rock in the chat a lot. $100, bitch, if you want to come back and talk shit in my chat. Yay! Puerto Rico won. Ali. Side note. Yeah, but it's like, it's like all of a sudden, like, I don't know, social media became everybody's grandma. Like, honey, you're beautiful no matter what. No, you're not. No, you're not. The majority of human beings are average. We are average. And some of us are a little bit above average. And some of us have more options than others. But nobody's running around like fucking supermodels. Who the fuck's running around like supermodels?
Right.
Freaking coño. Ya basta. Shall we close, guys?
Yes, ma'am.
This was fun.
That was interesting.
Very interesting show, right?
It was. Because honestly, we would have just been like, having the conversation amongst ourselves. So it's good that somebody came up and proved that I am a truth teller. And
gave an example, a physical, real life, in person example, or virtual example.
Yeah. I can't with these dudes. Every now and then you got to pull on their collars because they dumb. Anyway, I hope you guys watching enjoyed the truth I told tonight. I know you guys are a fan of the truth. I keep hearing that on YouTube. Andrew Tate told the truth. Kevin Samuels told the truth. On the Block with Jen told the truth tonight. Okay, we challenged some men. Some came up, some didn't. Some came up lying, but here we are, right? All right, guys. So mañana, come back tomorrow. There'll be another topic and hopefully maybe another Exhibit A. You never know who's going to pull up to the block.
Okay.
No Saint was panicking. We got you, No Saint. Just stand behind us. We got you.
Calm down, Jen. We got it. We got this covered.
Used to this shit. You know what I mean?
Oh my God. I was the guy. I have to give him. He hung in there. He hung in there as far as like he didn't run when you were.
Yeah, and I didn't want him to, but you know what I'm saying? Alfred held his own last night too. Listen, I told Alfred, I hit Alfred up today and I was like, yo, bro, you a G.
Alfred did his thing. He did his thing last night.
I was like, Alfred, you a G because you held in there like, it's me and my Jesus.
Right. He did his thing. And I love people like that. I love people that say their shit.
Yeah.
Don't be looking for approval from me.
10 toes down.
Yeah, 10 toes down. And again, it's like, I'll say this really quickly. It's disenchanting and disheartening to see men devolve the way they have devolved. I'm used to men being very strong, very masculine, standing 10 toes down about what they believe, being the stronger vessel in the room. You know what I mean? I enjoy the banter, seeing them, go at each other, whether it's about sports or life or whatever. I love that masculine shit. And the way men are devolving with these coaches, it's really disgusting. And then I wonder, have men always been this way and social media is exposing it? Or are they being groomed to be this way? I do not know.
I would lean more towards grooming.
Really?
Because they haven't always been this way.
I don't remember, but I was young. My uncles, my nephews, my cousins, my dad. I don't remember this level of effeminate behavior. I mean, we've all been to school. We've all worked corporate America or blue collar. And I don't recall seeing men be this feminine. I do not recall it. And I'm like, were you paying attention, Jen? Or were you not paying attention? I don't recall this. I don't recall it.
They weren't, Jen. I'm telling you, they were not. They were not. This is a whole different breed of men, literally.
I need to go visit the firehouse, No Saint. This is just... I won't make any noise. I'll just sit in the corner.
Looking cute.
I'll sit in the corner, I'll bake cookies or something. But I just want to hear you guys talk about man shit.
Right. I
can't do this.
I
give throwing my hands up. Thank you for the last super chat of the night. Don Levon says, John Lee, you came up here saying you feel beautiful. Nah, bro, that's what women do. I think I'm beautiful. I get compliments. Like, get out of here. Beat it. Take a walk. Take a walk, like the cops used to tell us in the Bronx. Take a walk, right? Where were we walking to? The cops always telling us take a walk.
Right. I don't know what the hell we're gonna be walking. Break it up. Like we came here together. Like what are you talking? We're
I live here, sir. I live here. Take a walk. Take a walk.
Yeah. Like,
fine. Take a good. All right, guys. Any last words before we get the fuck up out of here?
Lily?
I did have one, but I'm still having brain fog, so I'll bring it back tomorrow.
Okay.
Well,
no say.
Yeah, be sure to tune in tomorrow for another exciting episode of Jen on the Block. What?
No sing. That's my name.
On the Block with Jen.
Thank you. I literally started my show like that today. Stop calling me Jen on the Block.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Oh, Tristan, you better rewind. Tristan, it was fireworks.
It was fireworks. Come to On the Block with Jen for a great show tomorrow night. And so I'll do the whole substitute teacher thing.
Thank you.
I don't have anything to put up on the screen, but I will say, if you ever think that you're attractive and you're going to come up on the cam, I suggest go to the mirror first and check yourself out.
Great.
Class dismissed. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
You all. See, I messed that up too. It's the one, I'm telling you.
It's okay.
All right.
We love you all. I love you all. And good night, guys. Thank you for being here. Yeah, Tristan, you need to rewind, boy. It was a shootout on the blog today. It was a shoot out. Thank you so much for holding me down in the chat, guys. Yeah, every now and then we're going to have to get rid of some trolls. Like, I let the trolls live. The trolls are entertaining at certain points in time. But when they start becoming a fucking distraction and a nuisance, we got to let them go. Now, of course, $100 fee will get you right back in on the block. And maybe even, you know what I mean, an exclusive chat with me on the panel. And you could come up and tell me what you didn't like about getting kicked off. But it is going to cost you because time is money. All right. With that said, you can also talk to me for 1 hour for $100 behind the scenes. Just me and you on video call. True story, real talk, because time is money. And a lot of you guys reach out to me. I don't have the time to sit and chat with you. But if you pay the lady, I do. All right, guys. So good night. Sweet dreams, beloveds, like Dawood Ali said. And we will see y'all mañana. And I'm out. Why I oughta. Good night, guys.